Hello there, this is Dango1867. Hope you're all feeling alright today because I am tickety-boo. And welcome to another episode of the Doncaster Rovers Road to the Premiership on Championship Manager 97-98. We'll have a quick check on the fixtures in a minute to how we're going. We have flipped back, having tinkered a lot because of the conceding of many goals. And this is the current formation. We are back in the old faithful. We've got a full squad again. Everything's pretty much as it was when we last left off. No players coming in or out. So we've had a few injuries, so we've had to tinker with the forward line a little bit. But let's get straight onto those fixtures for you. So the last game we played was the 0-0 at Southend when we have become far too defensive. We followed this up with another tinker. This time, super goalkeeping at Preston. Gattuso with a double and Sugby as well. Gattuso really starting to kick on now. Brilliant result against a very good Preston side. And happy to get back on winning ways with that. We then played Bury, depending on where you're from, in the Windscreen Shield. An interesting game, back and forth, a hat-trick for Hurst. They probably just edged it, but again, our defensive frailties come into the fore. We've got Margeston in the potential goal at the moment due to Alexander having had obviously plenty of suspensions and then an injury. So not a good result in that. Followed up by a very good result in the FA Cup. We absolutely dominated Darlington from start to finish. They only managed one shot. Sugby and Winus with the goal. Sugby now pretty much, even though he's still transfer listed, is now kind of one of the backup players now, actually starting to find his feet a little bit in England, which is good. So through to the third round, which is very exciting. We then had a bad result at home. Playing against a very good Wigan side. We never really got started. It was a very close game across the board. They nicked it and had a player sent off. We couldn't make the man advantage count because of the sending off was pretty late, and Roy Carroll had a superstar performance to get them the 3 points. This was then followed up with another defeat. So yeah, 2 defeats on the bounce. An injury, Simunza, the Slovenian superstar, who's not having, I'll be honest, the best of seasons. A step up from Division 3 to Division 2. By the looks of it, not all that good for him. Alexander was back in. We created very little. They edged it, took their chances, and got the win. So that was not good. 2 defeats back to back. Long time since we've done that, and both of them at home. Not ideal. This, though, was definitely put to bed with a lovely trip to York. Very high scoring game. Really good for a neutral. We dominated. We didn't actually keep a clean sheet, which was what we never do anyway. But I've decided at this stage of the season, scoring goals is more important. So Winus with a hat-trick to put him back on track. He's had a very good season. He's found it a little bit of a struggle at times. Not as free scoring as he was last season. But he's definitely our best striker. And we got the 3 points. This was followed by what was a good result. Having had the Norwegian superstar sent off in the first half, after 14 minutes, we actually pretty much got a point that we very much deserved. It was a very equal game. I'd have took a point before the game anyway, because Chester are pretty much a bit of a bogey side for us. But a draw, having had our best player sent off early, was pretty decent. This was followed by an amazing FA Cup third round tie at home, which we should have won. Brilliant to get Sunderland, full house at Bellevue. As you can see, back and forth in the game. We were edging it. Had a penalty to put it away, and sadly ended up costing us late on as they equalise and take us back to the Stadium of Light. I think it is on this game, if I can remember. But very good performance from us. We just should have done better and seen that out. This, though, was put back of our minds because a home result against Bristol Rovers, getting back to how we were last season, we dominated this side. And Kodro actually starting to get some goals, the Bosnian international, who, to be honest, hasn't really done what I expected to. I thought he'd rip up this league with the fact he's coming in from Spain. But a good performance, and Gattuso is definitely cementing himself as one of the better players. And because of that, as you can see, Empoli are sniffing around. So a very, very good result. And this was followed up by the replay. And to be fair, we gave it his best shot, but we came up short. We had a decent performance. They edged it. It's their quality came through, to be fair. People like Dickie O'Bridge, these are Premiership players. And end of the day, we couldn't really break him down as well. Just could be had some good performances. Atkinson stood out. Edmondson again, very well. And Alexander had a star performance, which you'd expect because he will have been busy. A couple of the guys off the bench not doing particularly great. So we'll have a quick check on the table, having caught up with the games. We are still second. We're hanging on. I think it's pretty safe to say Fulham are winning the league. We've got a big gap, so we need to make sure from now to the end of the season we stay in this automatic spot because I don't want to be in the playoffs. That makes it far, far, far too sort of interesting. We don't want that. We want automatic so we can start planning for next season. But a good cut run sadly come to an end. And Alexander's back, still from his suspensions, looking good. So we'll have a quick check on the players just to see how they're all getting on. So Gattuso's very happy now he's in the side. Alexander, Heidstrom, and Margison, to be fair, is now very much cemented as a very good backup keeper, but I might need to try and rotate those two. Edmondson's brilliant. Gattuso, Twiss is having a very good season. Lots of good assists from him. Very much an impressive season from him. Atkinson still does it despite getting on. And Middleton is now starting to get used to the league as well. Winus scoring goals, but not as good as he can be. McKenzie again scoring goals, but performance-wise, the young lad is struggling a little bit with the league. And then it's down to the dribs and drabs. We're still going to be struggling at wing-back. Clapham not being as good as he could be. Samundu, one of the stars of last season, definitely looks like he might be on his way out this season, to be fair. And Crow is not doing particularly great. As for Sogby and Kodro, both of those probably will be sold, as will Coniejo, the panic buy from last season. He's played quite a few games, but to be honest, I'm kind of only doing that for the fact that I don't want him to lose his work permit. I mean, I have to release him. So, happy with the season so far. A nice little cup run, broke up the promotion chase. Fingers crossed we can make the last sort of third of the season count and get that automatic promotion, and then we can plan for next season, and hopefully we don't end up in the playoffs. I've been Dengo. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Drop a like, comment and subscribe. Let me know you're there, guys. You have a nice day. Cheers and bye now.